The past week or so, there was an awards ceremony, and there was a gospel award that was handed out. And as the gospel award was handed out, you would think that the award would have been given to a Christian. But can I tell you, friends, that the award that was handed out was given to a foul-mouthed, blaspheming young lady. And there was much backlash that transpired. Even the gospel music community themselves were up in arms, because how could this secular hip-hop artist that blasphemes God in almost all of her lyrics, how is she being crowned with a gospel award? What transpired was the world began to blaspheme God because the reputation of the woman. It spoke and said a lot about gospel music itself, that the reputation is found wanting. A reputation is what I want to call a witness in this sermon. And a witness is the evidence in a courtroom. It's as one individual said, a witness is a witness in a court of law has to give evidence. And a Christian witness has to be evidence. It is the difference between law and grace. Another writer said this of the witness: to be a witness means to live in such a way that one's life would not make sense if God did not exist. In other words, what the first writer says is that the Christian witness is evidence. That we are who we claim that we are, and we are whom God says that we are. So much so that it is the difference between law and grace. That whenever you see a believer, that it is indicative of the fact that the individual has been rescued from the kingdom of darkness and transferred into the kingdom of his dear Son. Not only is it evidence of an individual that has been moved from the rank and the realms of the law into grace, but it is an argument, a polemic, and apologetic for the existence of God. That when the world sees bona fide Christians, it makes the argument that there is a God in heaven, and that God exists, and that God is worthy of our praise. God is not praised when our reputations don't match our profession. In fact, it is quite the opposite. When the reputation does not match what comes out of the lips, not only is God not praised, God is mocked, and God is ridiculed, and God is blasphemed.